Hello, good afternoon. This is Daniel Bird, co-founder at Agave Networks, and I'm going to be showing you the low fidelity MVP of the Agave Networks platform, the excess material sharing platform for both demolition companies to use it to create their pre-demolition audits up to 10 times faster and to relocate their excess materials, and for building owners or architects to procure certified reclaimed materials. So basically, this is the main dashboard where users can see their net zero waste targets, how much materials they're being relocating, how much materials they're being reusing, recycled, etc., how much money they're generating, how much waste management costs they are saving by relocating their excess materials. Of course, you can see both the internal and external marketplace where you can be buying or selling excess materials like, for example, timber bars, steel bars, concrete, and fixing some fixtures like windows, marbles, etc. You can see your net zero waste targets, meaning how much materials this year, for example, you want to be reusing, how much you want to be recycled versus how much you really are in your current developments. You can have a summary of all the digital passports traceability, meaning how much, for example, steel bars you're generating, how much of this total quantity is being reused, recycled, recovered, etc. And that with all the different materials from all your demolition or disassembly projects. And of course, this is an example of how the digital passports for a material, let's say the steel bars, you can see how much of this you're generating in the different projects, dates, and how much money you're generating from selling these materials, how much waste management costs you're saving, of course. And you have an overview of all the different projects that you have. If you have many disassembly or demolition projects, including the type, if it's a deconstruction, disassembly, demolition, refurbishment, and again, how much of your materials in that specific project you're reusing, recycled, etc. Then you can add up a new project if it's again like a construction, refurbishment, demolition, etc. You can add information about this project name, reason for demolition, project, location, method of the construction, etc. And you can add new users or stakeholders like other demolition companies that are going to be supporting and other like the building owners, etc. And you can put the financial incentive that you're going to be giving to that specific stakeholder by the selling of that specific material. After finishing the project, you can add new materials. Remember that we can add the materials using our visual recognition algorithms, or you can either upload your existing ERP systems like your BIM, or you can upload the materials manually. So on this example, we're going to upload them manually. We're going to go ahead and create new material. We have to do this like with all the different materials that are visible in the demolition project, meaning the material name, description, quantity, volume, unit of measurement, etc. Like all the basic information from the material, some pictures, and then composition. For example, if you're talking about composite materials, and after finishing the material, let's take into account that we're going to be doing this with all the materials, and then we're going to go ahead and find a matching for each material. And depending on the material, on the location, on the volume, the quantity, etc., and the dates, we're going to be finding potential users for that specific material, who can be another constructor, contractor, subcontractor, another architect looking for that specific material, or in the case of raw materials, special recycling services that can take the material for cheaper, and other companies that can utilize that material. After we find a potential buyer or user for that material, then that company sends you a message so you can start chatting with that company. And after finalizing on the transaction, you can see the summary of how much money you generated by selling the material, or how much money you save on waste management services. And of course, how much CO2 emissions you save and you generated by this specific transaction, so it can be fed onto the initial dashboard of your net zero waste targets. And at the end, for the, let's say, company B, the company that acquired the material, the company will acquire the material by you. And again, this company will record the transaction of each of the material, meaning they, for example, they acquire steel bars, then with these steel bars, they're producing, for example, a house. So they will record this transaction so we can ensure a transparent, traceable, circular economy in the built environment. So again, that's how this low fidelity MVP will look like, and this MVP will have been gathering great feedback from industry leaders and potential users. So thank you very much, and hope to see you very, very soon. Thank you.